Okay, today we are talking about functions, and so things that you need to know. Other words for x, domain. The word domain refers to the x values. And the word range is what they'll call the set of y values in a function. So domain is your x values, range is your y values. Another thing they call your x values sometimes is the input. If this is the input, then this one is the output. Shh. All right. Also, instead of using y for this right-hand side, they might use f of x. That's how you say that, f of x. Or they might use a different letter. They could use any letter in the alphabet. They might put g of x, okay? They might do h of x. Those are some of the more popular ones, but really they could use any letter. When you see f of x, that's the same thing as it being y. It's the same thing, okay? It's just another way to write it, okay? All right, we got 3 statements. Are they true or false? The range of a function, so let's stop right there and underline range, okay? When I see the word range, I'm gonna put a y, okay? I'm gonna put a y when I see the word range. The range of a function is the set of all its inputs. Is that true? Is the y the input?
No.
No, so this one is false. Okay. All right. B, the graph of y equals x plus 2 is the same as the graph of f of x equals x plus 2.
True.
Very good. Because f of x is the same thing as y. Okay? So that would be a true statement. Okay? That would be a true statement. Okay? And then for part C, is 6 part of the domain? I'm going to underline the word domain. And what letter goes with domain? X. Okay? So is 6 part of the x's? Yes. So that one is true. That one is true. Okay? Questions? All right. Part 2, the vertical line test. Vertical is what kind of line?
Vertical.
Straight up and down, right? If you ask Michael Jordan what is your vertical, what does that mean?
How high he could jump.
How high he can jump?
Straight up.
Straight up, okay? All right? So vertical is straight up and down. If a vertical line is drawn through a graph and it passes through more than one point, if it passes through more than one point, the graph does not represent a function, okay? All right, so I want you to lay your pencil down. I want you to lay your pencil down right here, straight up and down. How many times does it pass through that V? Once, okay? What about if I move it right there? How many times does it pass through? Once. So this one is a yes. If it only passes through once, it's a yes. Okay? It's a yes. All right. All right, what about the next one? If I lay my pencil down, it only passes through once, so that is a yes. Okay. All right, what about this one? How many times does it pass through? Still just once, so this one is a yes. Okay. And then what about the last one? Yes. So I meant to put a no one on here, so let's draw a no one. What if all right, what if I draw this? All right, what if I draw that? So if I lay my pen down here, it passes through once. But if I lay it right there, how many times does it pass through?
Twice.
More than once, right? So that one would be a no. Okay? Because if you lay it right in the middle, it would pass through more than once. So that one would be a no. All right. And the last part, evaluate h of t equals 9t minus 17 for t equals 4. All right. What's in the parentheses right there? A t, okay? And then we have a t here, and right here they tell you t equals 4, okay? So I'm going to write h, and instead of writing a t, I'm going to write a 4 equals 9. Instead of writing a t, I'm going to write a 4 with parentheses minus 17, okay? So I'm replacing all the t's. I'm replacing all the t's with 4s, okay? All right, you don't need to do anything with the h of 4, but we do have to solve this. 9 times 4 is 36. So I'm going to come right here and do 36 minus 17. So I'm going to borrow, make that 2. 16 minus 7 is 9. 2 minus 1 is 1. So the answer is 19. That's the answer.
Oh, true.
All right. Part B, evaluate g of x equals 0.75x minus 1.5 for x equals 8.
What?
So, right here, I'm going to put g parentheses. Instead of an x, what do I know x is now? 8. Equals 0.75 parentheses 8 minus 1.5. Okay, we're going to practice doing this. So if I'm going to write this over to the side, do I put the 0.75 on top or the 8?
8.
Which one has more numbers in it? The 0.75. 0.75 goes on top and you put the 8 here. What do I need to do with these? Multiply them, okay? 5 times 8 is 40. 7 times 8 is plus 4. How many decimals do I have? 2, so I have to put 2 in the answer. So the answer is just
$6.
6, yep. $6, take away, what can I make this, $1.50, okay? All right, so $6, take away $1.50. All right, so let's do it one thing at a time. $6 take away $1 is 5, and now take away the 50 cents. All right, hold on, look. $6 take away $1 is 5. Now take away another 50 cents. $4.50.
Oh.
$4.50. You may put the 0 or not. It's up to you. Okay.
I'm still gonna put the 0. You messing me up.
All right. 2 more. Stick with me. The function g of x equals 3x plus 4 has a domain -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Find the range. All right. What do I want you to put when you see the word domain? X. Okay? So these are 5 different x values. 5 different x values. So we're going to get lots of practice on this one. So g parentheses, let's start with the -2. So g parentheses -2 equals 3, and wherever I see x, I'm going to put a parenthesis. What's going to go in there?
-2.
-2 plus 4. Okay? All right, 3 times -2 is -6 plus 4. All right, let's do our chart. All right, we said -6 and +4. So what do I do? Move it, lose it. And I get what kind of number? I get -2. So that's one answer. Am I done? No. Okay. Now I have to do it for -1. 3 times -1. 3 times -1. So instead of putting -2, what am I replacing it with? -1. Plus what? 4. Still a 4. Okay, the 4 was in the original problem, so it stays a plus 4. So what's 3 times negative 1? Negative 3 plus 4 is 1. Okay, positive 1. Okay, positive 1. Okay. All right, now let's do what number next? So we've done the negative 2, we've done the negative 1, so now we need to do 0. G of 0 equals 3 times 0 plus 4. Okay? All right. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. Okay. All right, so we did the 0. Okay? All right, Trey, help me with the 1. What do I need to write?
G
Of 1
of 1, yes, equals
3.
1
times 1.
plus 1.
Good. Okay. All right, 3 times 1 is, plus 4 is 7. Okay. All right, and I have one number left. Gian, help me with the 2 that's left.
You do G.
Uh-huh. Of 2.
G of 2
Uh-huh.
equals
3.
3 parentheses 2
Uh-huh.
plus 4.
Good. 3 times 2 is,
6.
plus 4 is 10. Okay. All right, on a multiple choice test, they would put these in brackets and they would, what did we get as our first answer? Negative 2, and then comma 1, then 4, then 7, and then 10. That's what it would look like on a multiple choice. They'd put them all your answers together in a bracket. Okay. All right, last one. The function m of v equals 19.3v can be used to find the mass in grams of a gold object given its volume v in cubic centimeters. What are m of 1 and m of 4? What do they represent? Okay, so let's do m of 1 first. So here's my equation. Instead of putting v, what number am I putting in? 1. Equals 19.3, and instead of putting a v right here, I'm putting a 1. Okay. What is 19.3 times 1? 19.3. All right, let's talk about what that means. Let's talk about what that means. 1 was put in the what letter spot? Where did we put the 1 in? For what letter? For V. Okay, and what did V stand for? What did V stand for? Let's keep looking. What did the V stand for? Volume, okay? So, when the volume is what? What did we say the volume was right here? 1, good. When the volume is 1, what other, I can't think of the right word to use. What else are we talking about? We're talking about volume and mass, okay? So when the volume is 1, the mass is, what do we get for our answer? 19.3, okay? When the volume is 1, the mass is 19.3. Okay. All right. How about, these people aren't here. AJ, what else do we need to know in this problem? We got to do one more thing. They asked us to find m of 1, which you did. What else do we have to do? Good. We've got to plug in 4. So m parentheses 4 equals, AJ, what am I going to write? Good. And then we're going to multiply that by 4. All right. Last thing, we can do this. 19.3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 9 times 4 is 9 times 4. There you go. Plus 1. 1 times 4 Plus 1? 7. How many decimals were in the problem?
1.
So you have to put 1 in the answer. Okay.
Oh.
All right. And can somebody volunteer what the sentence would be?
Ooh.
Brandon? Good, very good. When the volume is 4, the mass is 77.2. Sorry, guys. It's pretty sloppy. All right. When the volume is 4, the mass is 77.2.